You remember that scene in The Devil Wears Prada? Andy walks into the office after her makeover, and for the first time, everyone sees her not because she's changed to who she was, but because she stopped hiding who she was becoming. That's what's happening to you right now. That's what this is about. I'm going to say something, and I need you to just feel it for a second. Not think about it, just feel it. There is something suspicious going on around you, and you know exactly what I'm talking about because you have quietly noticed it. The way people respond to you is different. Not in a certain way you can easily name, but in a way you can't unsee once you've seen it. And I think recently it's becoming something you're more aware of, or maybe you're finally admitting to yourself that it's real. So here's what I'm sensing. When people are near you, and I mean just near you, something shifts in them. They linger when they talk to you. Strangers open up to you in the most random places and start telling you things they haven't told their closest friend. And there is this thing with your eyes that keeps coming up, because someone who can lock eyes with you for a half a second and suddenly the air between you and that person there is a deeper conversation happening than what's usually happening, like something passed between you without a single word. I feel that. I'm sensing that that feeling you've been carrying, the one you've told yourself, is probably nothing. It's not nothing. It's not nothing. You've quietly noticed that people feel very much alive around you. And I don't mean like overwhelming energy. I mean a life like how you tend a garden. When you spend enough time cultivating your inner landscape, your presence starts to feel like the place you've been building internally. And you have been tending to something very quietly, very peacefully. Something you're protecting from others, almost secretive, almost you've been picking weeds at a very low level, removing them before they become a problem. And you have spent so much time cultivating this inner world of yours that whether you realize it or not, you've built something beautiful. You've built something beautiful in your mental garden. This isn't about me. This is about you. But here is what's interesting. I don't think you fully recognize what's happening. You are in your own world, in your own space, and everyone around you. I see so many eyes on you. They are intensely looking at you, not all at once, but as they come into your awareness, they are recognizing something different about you. And your thoughts are bringing something to life. That's what they are seeing. Perspective is everything in life. And prospecting brings clarity. You are the clarity in other people's life. That is strong. That thing you are working on right now, it's opening up a part of you that you haven't experienced before. It's surfacing things about you that you've never interpreted before. And there is this quiet understanding forming that not everything in your life actually deserves your attention. That's why you're in this realm. Very celebrate when someone has spent enough time tending to their inner landscape, their presence becomes like that landscape. And you are absolutely the kind of person where people can breathe around you. The things you're planting within yourself create a kind of spiritual oxygen that others cannot get enough of. You bring people to an elevated space, higher ground. So when they interact with you, they linger longer than they are supposed to. Not just because they are high on your energy, but because there is something about your essence that relaxes them. Are you crunchy? I've heard that term before. I hope it doesn't offend you because I think it's actually beautiful. It means you truly appreciate what nature can give us back. So if you're a healer working with plants, or there is something homeopathic about your approach that could resonate, but whether that's real or not, you give people this awareness that's almost like an earthy drug on the best way possible. Healing, grounding, restorative, coming back to the grounds of the garden. You are very good at making sure you are maintaining that. So there are healthy nutritions coming into your world, into your body, because it starts with the cerebral. If that's not where you are today, consider this confirmation that you should focus on what's you're planting inside you, inside your mind, because it is growing in the external world around you. There is a lot of nutritions to be gained from what we plant here. Something even deeper is beginning to reveal itself to you through this internal journey. Your energy doesn't just carry presence anymore. It's carrying something rare. Like a rare element in nature deep underground that you are now recognizing you have access to. And it's not just a piece of the divine, it's a piece of the divine. There is a difference. Let me say that one more time. You exist as a kind of portal for peace. Not just a piece of something divine, but the peace. Peace is a frequency. Things groan in that they sprout. Think about it. A tornado comes through. Gardens don't look great. I see frigid cold somewhere else. Not a season for harvesting. No storms have been brewing in your world. You have found an internal peace, and that peace is a frequency that others can pick up on it. Almost mysterious how you are there all the time, maintaining it so well. So, well, good for you, golf club. But yeah, somehow you carry that frequency, and you know this about yourself. Even if you have never explained it out loud, even if you don't want to talk about it, silence has always comforted you more than chaos, more than the storms. So I'm going to talk about it. We are going to unear some stuff about you. How are you really doing? How are you really doing? That's what you are asking yourself, isn't it? You are having these outward conversations with yourself, checking in. You don't need constant noise to feel alive anymore. You don't need every moment filled with conversations or distraction. Some of you are starting to put your phones down more often, aren't you? Good for you. In fact, you may have found yourself more recently drawn to quiet spaces, moments where the world physically slows down. It's like a portal for you. And this is going to resonate if music that's mostly instrumental has been a form of growing faith within yourself. Music with no lyrics. Songs that feels like they are speaking words without actually having lyrics. It's raising that element of frequency within you and giving you a chance to amplify your internal space and peace. I feel like I'm talking to whales like Nemo. Welcome to my mental garden. I just disturbed someone's peace. You're like, whoa, turn the low volume down. Okay, quiet down. A moment of silence for you to recalibrate. Source, however, you define that, has a way of connecting with you in those spaces. It doesn't need to shout to reach you. It's whispering. Hopefully you can hear this. I really hope that I just heard it's like a long, long lost friend sitting beside you saying, I've been here for the whole time and I feel it strongly. If you have had someone pass recently, I want you to know this is confirmation that when you are in those quiet moments, they come to sit with you as well. You've turned into that signal, and where other people are overwhelmed by the noise of the world, the constant frequencies pulling their attention in every direction, you instinctively know how to turn down the volume of life. If you don't feel like you are doing that, you need to learn to practice it more. But you are on the right path. Even just by finding this message, you are already seeking that. When people step into your presence, they start turning down too. Your energy recalibrates the people around you. They slow their speech. Their thoughts become clear. You are teaching them to be more at pace with you. It's almost like being around you resets the dial on their nervous system. I had an alarm set and it just went off. 4:44 p.m. I can't make this up, but you already know that because you are in the tune with it. You really are, aren't you? Like an instrument being turned back to its proper pitch, perfect pitch. You are the instrument of life that resets the pitch, and that's the magnetism. People feel like your energy helps them return to a frequency they've forgotten, they forgot they have, they even had. But it's not just when they are with you. Something happens that people remember long after leaving your presence. And your eyes, I've said this since the beginning, your eyes are significant. You have probably noticed the moment before someone looks at you and they pass. And I want you to know it's not out of confusion. It's more like they have just stepped into a deeper layer of reality. Your eyes carry depth, not surface intention. You don't like surface stuff. Depth that feels almost cosmic. The kind of depth only galaxy could hold. When they look into your eyes, they don't just feel seen. They get lost in you, in the reflection of themselves. It's almost like they can see through things, through you, through themselves, through the story they have been telling about their life. You didn't even have to say anything for this to happen. But for a moment, something becomes clear. Something becomes clear. How can I describe this? It's almost like the opposite of the old Mid-South myth. Maida turns people to stone when they look at her. Reverse that. Your gaze does the reverse. Your eyes actually set people free. When people make eye contact with you, you let them free. There is a sense of them losing the mask they were wearing. They feel very real around you. As if they were not real before, they are definitely very real now. Very awake, very present. And sometimes this moment feels strangely cinematic to them. It's like they get to replay their life for half a second. If you are watching this and you resonate, maybe you are alive path 11. There is something about that number. But it's like when someone meets your gaze, they sometimes feel recognized in a way they didn't expect, as if a deeper part of them just woke up for a moment. Those types of experiences stay with people long after the conversation ends, long after the eye contact ends. You've got some superpower. You've got some superpowers, but this is why your energy feels mysterious to others. You are not saying anything about it. You don't even need to. It's just there. And they may not have the language for it. They have to get on your level of just being able to feel it, re-resonate. If conversations are happening, they are deeper. You're pulling the depth out of them. They might come to you and tell you all about their life. And you're like, why does this apply to me? But the answer is really simple. It was something meaningful they had been carrying around, and you were able to bring them to a present moment where they could see themselves through that and transform into a place of peace. That's really fascinating. In a world that's constantly rushing and performing and competing, constant vibration, you're the energy that stands out immediately because you are none of that. You are not trying to be that, and that is very important. So if you have ever wondered why people seem drawn to you, why strangers tell you things they didn't expect to say, why someone holds eye contact with you just a moment longer than you thought was normal, like time slowed down, now you know, now you know. I think you knew this all. Your energy carries a depth and a steadiness that is beyond what's in the norm. You've done a great job cultivating a mental garden that feels alive and healthy. Mental health is important to you at this time. And when someone encounters that kind of presence, their spirit recognizes the growth you've done within your own garden. Even if their mind is still trying to figure out why, it's because their mental garden isn't there yet. So keep tending to your garden. Keep protecting the quiet spaces that allow your energy to remain clear and steady and calm. If you're listening to music without words, this is a knot of approval. That's beautiful for you. If you haven't, maybe that's something you should explore, because energy like yours is absolutely rare, and you are going to help fade the noise away. It's so much more powerful than I think you realize. Really powerful. There is something else I need to say. You have been carrying something that maybe you haven't let yourself fully claim. This thing about you, this magnetic quality, this peace that others feel, it's not something you borrowed. It's not something you learned. It's something you became. And becoming, it cost you something. It cost you the comfort of being invisible. It cost you the ability to just blend in because you can't. Can you? You've tried. You've probably tried to shrink, to turn it down, to not be so. Whatever it is that makes people turn their heads and pass. But here's the truth. That thing you've been trying to hide is exactly what the people around you are starving for. Remember that scene again. Remember that scene again, the one where Andy finally walks in wearing those boo boots and everyone stops. It wasn't the clothes, it was her knowing. The same knowing that's been growing in you while you were quietly pulling weeds in your garden. That's the moment you are approaching. The moment when you stop apologizing for being seen. You are the music of the words that cannot be spoken. You are the tune of healing where words do not need to exist. Let that fall where it does with you. Here is what I want you to sit with. You have a choice now. You've always had it, but I want you to see it clearly. Path A, you keep doing what you have been doing. Quietly tending your garden, protecting your peace, staying in your own world. And there is nothing wrong with that. It's served you, but maybe you're starting to feel that it's also a kind of hiding. Path B, you start letting yourself see what you've built. You start recognizing that the way people respond to you isn't random, isn't something to shrink from, isn't something to hide. It's something you've cultivated intentionally or not. You've become a place where people can breathe, can reset, can remember who they are. The choice isn't whether this is real. The choice is whether you are ready to stop pretending you don't know it. That's the difference. You've always known. You've always known. You just needed someone to say it out loud. So here it is. You're not suspiciously attractive because of something you are doing wrong or something you are hiding or something accident of genetics. You are suspiciously attractive because you have become a frequency of peace in a world that forgot what peace feels like. You're suspiciously attractive because when people look in your eyes, they see themselves the way they have always wanted to be seen. You are suspiciously attractive because you have been doing the work no one sees, and it's showing up in ways you cannot control. And you shouldn't try to do that. You have so much faith in you, and I have so much faith in you. I'm so proud of you. Not for what you are doing for others, though that's happening, whether you intend it or not, but for what you've done for yourself, for the quiet work, for the garden you have been tending when no one was watching. Keep going. Keep protecting those quiet spaces. Keep being the peace. You are abundant. You are the music without words. You are the tune of healing. And more than anything, if you haven't heard it from anybody else, I love you. I'm so proud of you.